Thursday. It is quite the day to be a sports bettor, is it not? We've got opening day in Major League Baseball as well as the Sweet 16 in the NCAA tournament. I've got three free MLB plays coming right up, plus two for tonight's Sweet 16 action. Let's get into the Power 5 now, shall we? But first, a reminder to go ahead and smash that like button when you are in agreement with me on the following plays, or if you have a different opinion, don't be shy about commenting down below. Let's start with the under in Brewers Yankees, 3:05 Eastern on ESPN. The total is set at 8 for this opening day matchup. You're good playing it down to 7.5, my opinion. These teams did meet for one series last year. It was in Milwaukee in April. All three games went over the total. Everyone had at least 13 runs scored. But think it's a much different scenario this time around. Carlos Rodon gets the start for the Yankees. He allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 20 of his 32 starts last season, even though Mark Zeno hates him. That includes just 1 run on 2 hits against these Brewers. In 4 career starts versus the Brew Crew, Rodon has a 2.65 ERA. The Milwaukee lineup lost Willie Adames, so they're not going to be quite as formidable this year. Same thing with the Yankees lineup, which lost Juan Soto and Giancarlo Stanton, of course. They are up against Freddie Peralta, who had 210 strikeouts and 200 innings pitched last season. First time that the Yankees have ever faced Peralta. Both these teams have solid bullpens, so runs should be scarce on opening day. Very similar handicap for Mets Astros at 4:10 Eastern. Another game where the total is 8, and I like the under here as well. Again, playable down to 7.5. Now, the Mets signed Juan Soto away from the Yankees, but they're going to be going against Framber Valdez on opening day. Valdez looked great in the spring. It's on the heels of a great 2024, where he finished 15-7 with a 2.91 ERA. As for the Astros lineup, however, no Kyle Tucker, no Alex Bregman. They're both gone. I think this team scores a lot fewer runs than they did last year. They are facing Clay Holmes, another guy who switched teams in New York. The former Yankees closer looked outstanding in 5 spring training starts for the Mets. Posted a .93 ERA with 23 strikeouts and 19 and a thirds innings pitched. Mets must really believe in him, making Holmes the opening day starter. Again, under is the call in this one. Paul Skeens on the mound for the Pirates on opening day. No surprise there. Pittsburgh in Miami, pretty decent sized favorite, 4:10 Eastern. Mark Zeno and I discussed this matchup on the morning wager, which you can watch elsewhere here on WagerTalk TV. Make sure you click that subscribe button. We like Skeens to mow down this weak Marlins lineup, and thus Pittsburgh first 5 money line around minus 150. Shop around. That's the call here. You could lay the half run for sure, which gets you closer to even money, reduces that juice. But I want to keep the insurance in our back pocket in case of a tie. Miami going with Sandy Alcantara. He did not throw more than 57 pitches in any spring training start, so it could be a short leash for him. Certainly, Skeens against the Marlins bullpen would be a massive edge to the former, even if we're talking about just an inning. Bottom line, I don't think Miami's going to score off Skeens. Pirates should be ahead after 5 in this one. Before I get to the Sweet 16 picks, a reminder you can get the entire first week of MLB selections for just $49. You can do so right now by going to wt.buzz/BP. I do have an opening day selection for clients, something you have not heard here on the Power 5. Again, we're up 42.5 units since February 19th. Time to add to that with some baseball winners. Also went 4-1 in the second round of the NCAA tournament. A nice bounce back after a disastrous first round. So really looking forward to the Sweet 16. Let's take BYU plus 5.5 versus Alabama. I think there's a good chance of an outright upset here. I think the Cougars match up well. They play better when the opponent wants to go up tempo. Well, Alabama just so happens to play at the fastest pace in the entire country. Per Torvik, BYU has been a top 10 team in the country over the last 6 weeks. This team's won 11 of 12. Only loss was to Houston. No shame there, and they were playing without rest in the Big 12 tournament. Lineup changes, switching to a zone on defense. Those have been big improvements for BYU. Cougars also getting the free throw line more. I like them plus 5.5 against an Alabama team that sometimes is prone to go cold from 3. Last one for Thursday is the over 148 in Arkansas, Texas Tech. Neither team has shot all that well, particularly from 3 in their first 2 tournament games yet. Arkansas still averaging 77 points. Texas Tech averaging 79.5. Texas Tech got the 77 against Drake, who plays at the slowest tempo in the country, even though the Red Raiders made just 2 threes the entire game. Still scored 77 against the slowest team in the country. I think the Red Raiders also shoot the 3 better tonight than St. John's did against Arkansas. The Johnnies were 2 of 22 from behind the arc, my word. Conversely, Arkansas is due to improve its own 3-point shooting as well. They're just 18.6% from behind the arc the first 2 games. So over is the call there. Let's recap the Power 5 here on Thursday, as we touched on a lot. Under Brewers Yankees, that's good down to 7.5. Under Mets Astros, also good down to 7.5. Pirates with Paul Skeens on the mound, first 5 money line. I'd play that up to minus 160. If you are so inclined, you can lay the half run as well against the Marlins. BYU plus 5.5 versus Alabama in the Sweet 16. And then we also like over 148 in Arkansas, Texas Tech. Again, go ahead, comment down below with your thoughts. 4% best bet in the NCAA tournament tonight for me. You can get it, WT.buzz/BP. I'm 10-2 in March with all plays rated 4% or higher. That overplay in Arkansas, Texas Tech, also a client play for me. So all you loyal viewers here of the Power 5 just got it for free. Plus, you don't want to forget about that opening day selection in MLB as well. I have 3 plays total. You got the over in Arkansas, Texas Tech for free here, but you don't want to miss the 4% best bet in the Sweet 16 and the opening day selection as well. Just $29 for today's package. And that is going to do it for the Power 5 today. Hope you enjoyed it. Smash that like button if you did. Until next time, guys, let's cash some tickets.